Hello guys, so let's do a quick recap and new prediction for next week. We start with the S&P 500, the SPY ETF. Last prediction, if you haven't seen it, was basically 100% correct. My prediction for the SPY, we ended up here. Let me make it bigger. We ended up here. Was that we are still in a bearish trend. The target is valid for 350, and from them a bounce. We talked about in the hourly that we ended up here. We're gonna open with a gap up, with gap down, which with a gap up, which gonna fall. And I see, even though we try to break the trend, there is no validation that the bar is still here. So the target was 350, and we saw it with a big move on Thursday against the news of the inflation, and then on Friday a big break. So just a daily profit for the big money, the smart money. They took all the short sellers took short for the fall. They squeezed them out and then sold everything because they don't want to hold any for the weekend. So what's gonna be for next week? Let's try to see. We can see that it's on Friday it touched a key zone of rejection. It immediately fell off. It's now resting on the other side, so it's a sideways move. This is a spike. We have some sort of short continuation, so probably gonna fall again. Two key zone that I can see right now is the 354, let's say 50 or 40 area. So below that it will be a continuation of the downtrend. So should be, let me see, 250 for the short term, 254 here. If it fell again, it will be much harder for it to attack this price action and move up. If it will able to hold it, the 356, 355 area, it could try to make another push up. We can see the big volume coming in at the 350. This was a Fibonacci level that we talked about it. If you remember, let's put it on the weekly. You can see the 350 here, 349.15, a good bounce area and rejection again. At the weekly, we still have continuation for the downside, making a lower lows, and all the stochastic also. We saw the divergence here, so we know there will be a short continuation. If we try to the price extension of the Fibonacci level, you would see the 332 area and 300, which is not that good. So we might have a continuation more down. This area is nice. If we take it from here, you can see 314 area is the key. So not that good for the market. And oh, sorry, I deleted it. This was a much bigger. Let's put it in back. This is it. Okay, almost. So we are still in a bearish mode. We are below the 200 now. So there's going to be a lot of resistance. You can see they're moving down 3 to 1 candle, and they want to push up and failed. So we had this one. So this is another down candle. Even though we see a little bit of volume coming up, we don't see a bigger volume. So I think if they want to push up, they need to do some accumulation again. But there is here a big zone of sellers and buyers. So you can see it here. This is the big volume here, this box. So they probably try to make them afraid and push even lower and then move higher. So be careful that we're gonna see a sideways zone even lower. So for the short term, again, below 354, we're gonna see continuation to the downside. Key area to reach is the 354, so I will watch it closely. It could bounce again up from there, find some support. Gonna be interesting. If we go to the daily and see how it looks, very interesting. See the big up candle and now taking profit, which is nice. You can see a nice volume coming in. Let me clear this line because they are old. Sorry. The trend hasn't break. Few times tried to break the 200 on the daily and failed. It's a little bit extended and far away from the 200, so it might make another push, another attempt to move higher. The volume started to be higher, which is nice, but I will wait to look for a good confirmation for it. This is an up candle, this is another up candle, but ended bearish. Yeah, in all many cases, 354 is an area to watch for on next week. The buyers came in at the 358 area, 359. So let's check if we have something here in the 60s. So this is the break of the trend we saw, and this is a shakeout. So let's see if they can push it back in above the 360 and move up, even though you can see it here, which is nice. You have a nice, oh sorry, why this is it. You have lower lows on the stochastic and higher lows on the price section. So it could mean a long continuation. So we might see something like this going up with a target of 317. There is a gap to close here, so it might want to reach and then retest it. It's a good sign, but I don't think we finished the downtrend yet. We don't finish. I think the market is waiting for the reports period, so to see how they perform, and not how did they perform, how they're gonna perform in the future for the fourth quarter. So it's gonna be interesting to see. But remember, because of this big up move and the big down move, there is a lot of resistance here. So it's gonna take time to clear them out again. So I'm still biased to the downside. Let's hope the 354 will hold and then we push higher. Let's try to see the 15 minutes and to try to see what's gonna be on the opening. You could see the big volume coming at the end of the session with the big selling. You have here, you can draw some line here. The price section going down, stochastic is going down, so it's going with the trend. There is no divergence yet, and any push to the upside could create a divergence for the 360. So even if it open up with a gap up, it immediately will push down again. So careful guys on Monday. I'm still biased to the downside. Let me see if I see something else here. 350, 380, the algo saying next target is 350. So if 354 will break, it will reach here again, and then we see if the buyer are still strong here to give more people the chance to buy this at 350. It's a round number, it's a cool round number. And just a reminder, we talked about it. Let's put it on the weekly again. Even though a good from the 220 pandemic, even if a good reversal is a positive thing to the 6180, it's a bad sign for the Qs. So I hope that the 350 will hold. It can do some spikes, but it can hold. For the Qs, if the SPY will reach to the 318, 312 or 315 area, it won't do good for the Qs. So let's go for the Qs and we're gonna see why. The prediction for the Qs was that if we wanna, let me make it bigger, at the 60, we want to see a break of the 217. Oh, it's gonna take time, so let me pause. All right, so the last prediction was that we want to see a break above the 270, sorry. And we didn't see. I mentioned that any move to the upside will meet strong sellers, and the target is the 260. And this is what happened. The market broke the 260, immediately pushed up, and then sold again from the 217. So what's gonna happen? Let's go back to the weekly and see how it ended up here. So you can see the Qs already touched the 6180 target, 258 amazingly, and bounce up a little bit, which is good. It want to be over this key zone and not below, because below the next target is the 7860 Fibonacci level, which is 217.30. And if imagine the SPY will break the 50 and want to reach to the 6180 Fibonacci, it means that the Qs will follow, and this one gonna be a big bearish mode for the market, because it will be way too low. It's gonna enter a fear in the market for the tech stocks, and should be very careful. We see some volume coming up in the downtrend, which is not that good. Again, we can see the short continuation we had here. We talked about it. Even if we take it from there, here, you can see the target 247, let's say 250 for a round number, and the next one is 200, which is not that good. I want to be optimistic, but at the moment, price making lower lows, lower highs, and stochastic is not making any divergence for the uptrend. If we go to the daily, you can see again the SEV movement. It was resting on below the 50. Sellers came in, so a lot of people just bought it because it was a big oversold, and come on, they catch them off guard, so all the buyers are afraid. So in order to, you need to wait to cross. You can see how it touched the 50 and immediately break, so the seller isn't overselling yet. So again, downtrend. If we go, you want to see the 4-hour chart, you can see again how it tried to reach the 272. Let's see, so 72.88. It touched this key zone. This is the algo line I wrote, and immediately break. Also almost touched here. There is no short continuation yet, which is a good thing. The momentum started to be a little bit positive, so I hope that it will try again with the SPY to be above the 260. The lowest is the 257.60. Let me check it here, and maybe it 259 area. So this is an area that I want to see the price action holds and then pull up in order to move up again. Am I optimistic? Not that yet. Below the 259, next target is 256. Below the 256, you can see 241. This is the next target, and it's not look that good. We can see the break, try to push, another break, try to push, should fail. I don't like it. I hope so. Again, any move to the upside will meet strong sellers again in the market. Let's check the we talked about, I think, the hourly. Yeah, you can see it try to break the 200, fail. And let's check the 15 to see what's gonna happen on Monday. Not that good. Nice volume coming in at the end of the session, holding it. So let's hope gap down and immediately move to the upside. Started to be positive here, negative here. So this is like, and this is moving up, this is moving down. So it's moved about let's say $5. So from here it's 261. So 260 need hold, 259 needs to hold it. I don't like it so far. Do I would take a short immediately at the opening? No. This is a crazy market. At the moment, what I think is the big money hasn't entered yet. It's trying to accumulate a little bit, doing some small profit. This is a small profit for the big bucks. So they enter here big and took the profit. So they don't want to overstay their welcome. So they have the chance to take some profit. They took the profit. So they have profit here. They have small profit. If we see on the 1 hour chart, they have profit here. They took profit there. So they try to accumulate small profit in order to move the market when the right time comes. At the moment, this is not the right time. We need to wait. And I want to see a clear confirmation that the markets want to move higher. You know what? Let's do some stuff. Let me check something. Just a sec. All right. So let's see what we have in the, you know what, let's take it for the daily. All right, for the daily, we can see the downtrend, and I'm looking for green candle, dark green, and orange. So for the orange ones, the sellers came in. So any break above the 272 is a good thing, because they will stop out and the price can move up. So we have to wait for it. This is an engulfing candle, which is nice. This is indecision candle, so it got both ways. And now we have to see if we have a direction. If we check it on the weekly time frame, you can see the down, down. This is a 3 down, down, down. So yeah, I hope we might see this week indecision candle, inside candle, even maybe much better. Something like this move. You can see it here. This move and that orange, and then above moving up. But at the moment, I don't see it happening. So this is for the Q. Let's move to Tesla. Tesla, the prediction was a short continuation. The target was 205. The trend was strong to the downside. You can see what happened. It reached to our target 206. Did it touch 205? Let me see. Yeah, it touched 204.16. So it touched our target. This is the weekly. Doesn't seem that good for Tesla, because what pattern do you recognize here? I give you a hint. Reverse cup and handle, which means that if we take it from here, and this is 400. This is, let's say, 223. Let's round it up. This is 180 bucks, so target can be 180 here. So from the 200, this is not that good for Tesla, but of course this is Tesla. Target, just by looking, it want to reach to the 200, of course, and touch the 186, and then see if it can rest on it and fight some bottom. At the moment there is a short continuation which isn't over. It needs to enter to the oversold area, and then we should see what happened, how the market reacts for it. If we go to the daily, again you can see the moving up, moving down. This is choppy. Inside day you have a great movement, but for investors, be careful of it. You can see here on the daily cup and or double bottom or cup and handle, it didn't reach here. So if you took it from, let's say, here, this is a move of, let me check it, this is a move 313, and this is 265, 35, 45. Let's make it around 50. So 210, it reached the target. So maybe now we're gonna see some move to the upside. If we go to the 60-minute, make it bigger. Let me put it off. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 indecision, 5, 6 moving candle downside. Look like here 1, 2, 3, 4 indecision, and then sideways move. So they're trying to buy a little bit, push the market down. There is no divergence yet for a reversal or a long continuation. So we're big in a downtrend with a little bit extended to the downside. Could be tricky. Let's go for the 15 minutes. You can see it's like a V-shape, so many people will try to look for a bounce. It already tried to push here in the after hours, but any move to the upside, will it have the power to break it and break this divergence? Because imagine that immediately it opened with a gap and immediately push. We have this zone, we have this zone, we have this zone to break, and any move to the upside will create divergence. So just because this is the 15 minutes, you can draw the Fibonacci level here. I like this, and you can see the target. Just draw it and you can see how it's aligned with the Fibonacci level here and there. So it's gonna have a lot of power to immediately jump right back, because it's like a V-shape. So this is also V-shape and then V-shape. It's moving up, moving down. So it's gonna be tricky. So at Tesla, to sum it up, I'm biased to the downside again. It broke. So next target, I don't have any data because we broke. Yeah, we broke too much, so it's not that good. It seems that it want to reach even lower. You see, we don't have anything below this one, so we can just hope that this is a spike and immediately move up. And if I make it bigger, I know there are lots of line there. This is an intraday line. You can see this is an area. 185 could be an area. The 185 could be a good area to bounce from if it could rest. If not, not that good for Tesla. And there is no divergence. This is a short continuation with a big volume. So continue down, but I will wait to see if buyers immediately jumping. If they will go short, just join the ride. Let's go for Apple. Apple, the target was 138 and we ended up here. It touched it. even thought that we're gonna see the 130. It didn't. It just managed to reach our second layer of target, immediately push back up. Nothing much. This is a good sign because this is a sideways move. Just look at the close and the open. Don't mind the tail. So you can see it sideways move, which is good. Momentum started to try to be positive. There is a divergence for the upside for long continuation in the longer term, which is nice. At the 15 minutes above the 140 is a good entry. 139 could be. You can see it resting too much in the oversold area. You didn't see it much. If we look closely, you can see it here. You maybe can see it here, and then it bounced again. So it's try to stretch the 200 EMA, which is good. If we go to the 60-minute, again, it touched, break, touch, break, touched, break, and it didn't break the trend yet. So we are still in a downtrend. This is the big no. We don't have divergence for short continuation, which is good. So next target is here, but we need to see if we can hold it. If we check it out here, nothing much to say. Let's check if we have divergence. This is 92, this is 90, so no divergence, sideways move. So this is the zone to enter, this is the zone to sell, buy. Let's hope the buyers will win and break it. Let's check it on the daily, how it looks. Probably the same as the market. Yes, so people will buy above 145 probably. Next zone 147, and then a nice break. I'm looking for the orange one. With the Fibonacci level, you could see it here. If we go to the weekly, probably, yeah, you can see it. And again, 50%, 117, 120, 117. Again, not that good. Short continuation. Lower highs, higher highs. There is still continuation to the downside on the weekly. Not that good. Probably, let's hope it will try to rest on the 38. Apple is strong versus the market, remember, because you can see the Fibonacci level 38%, the SPY is 50, the Qs is 61, so it's much stronger. Let's go for NVDA. NVIDIA, what happened to NVIDIA? Come on, I like this stock, I like the company, I like the concept, I like what they are doing, but I don't like the price action. We talked about the 115 as an area for bounce, and we didn't get a bounce, we just hit it. This is, you can see, imagine that the Qs was reaching here. You see what happened when it break? Try to move up, shake out all the buyers, and then move down again. And this is not that good at all. It needs to rest here. Come on, it needs to rest. If not, next target here, 75, 80, 100, just because it's a round number, mental number. I don't know. If we're looking for a volume, there is a nice volume there, so they're probably trying to hunt it, but not that good for NVIDIA. I will wait for a confirmation for if I want to invest in NVIDIA above the 136 again to see how it reacts to the 200. We are in a big downtrend. If we go to the daily, you can see there is no confirmation of any break, maybe small here, but at the moment this is a good sign to enter long. 122, maybe 121. You can draw a line here, so it can take some time. Shame that we predicted it right, but I don't know. Meta. What happened with Meta? wasn't too good. We wanted it to hit the 125. It did. Next area is the 120 maybe, just because it's a round number. Next is, you pretty much have to guess where it's gonna be, but see what happened here. It's way below the pandemic, so next area you can see it touched it here. So if we see Meta bouncing up, it's a good sign, because Meta already, it's in the area of, you can see it here, the date, December 18. So it means the rest of the stock will try to reach more lower and then give you indication that they will move higher. So Meta, if they stop it here, I will follow it, not for invest, just for invest, just for a confirmation. Maybe she is gonna be the leading indication of the investors coming back into the market, because this is a big downside. I know that not good things happen at the moment with Facebook, but see it on the weekly where it's heading. Below this one, this is lots of stop losses below the 123. And let's see what happened. 122, the buyers came. So below this one, we have a big wormhole of, it's like a white hole, not a black hole. But where you gonna go? To the 100, just because it's a round number. There is a nice volume there, so we are close to it to take it out. And below, where to? If we took a Fibonacci, let's say from here, really, next target, yes, 104. And again, we are big negative, so yes, this is a big possibility. Could make a reverse and then be very careful. Let's hope that Meta will surprise us and hold it. At the moment, I don't see any indication for it. It wants to move up. I need a confirmation, and there is not yet. Let's see if it's open up here and manage to break. If it will break, it's still a reversal on a downtrend. So you want to see the price action break the 183. It's gonna take some time for at the moment. So this is Meta. Let's talk about BA. The airlines BA was good, handled very good. The market moves down and they held it. You can see they hold the line. They didn't fall and make a lower lows. You can see the market making a lower lows. You can see, let's watch the SPY. You can see the SPY is making a lower lows, but the airlines didn't do so, which is good. We're still in a downtrend. We don't have a break, but this is a good sign. So if we see a break to the 137 to the upside, could be a nice reversal to the 155, 160 area. There is still no divergence there of short continuation. It's gonna take some time, so let's hope the move won't be a strong one. Slowly move down and then a break to clear out all the resistance line, all the sellers, which is good. Nothing much to say. You can see that it touched here, immediately push up, almost touch here, push down. So sideways move for this week. What's going to be next week going to be interesting. There's a good momentum. The momentum is positive now. So there is no divergence yet, but could see some sort of divergence. I would be very careful from this of happening. If the market will move down, it will create moving down, because there is a divergence, small one. So I want to see a clear break, trying to touch the 140, 142 area, and then hold it, and then wait for the market to move up and move up with the market. At the moment, intraday trade with BA, good stuff, easy to trade. For investment, not that good. You can see sideways. So I will wait. Momentum is positive, which is a good thing. Bitcoin, Mara, all the stocks. Yeah, so we saw the move to the upside, rejected, coming back to the 10 again. But now you can see a downtrend again. Let's hope it will hold. You can see it again. They are buying at 10, buying at 10, which is nice. So let's see if it holds. Not that good. Momentum is starting to be positive, negative, sorry. Some sort of short continuation here, which I don't like. Sideways move above it, so this is a good one. But if it breaks, it's gonna be a nice fall to the, I don't know what happened to the 0. Because you can see it here. It already was on 5, so it could fall here to try to bring more buyers at 880. If it managed the downtrend, it didn't break the trend. So in order to break the trend, it needs to push over the 18, but not yet. I think there is a short continuation here. You can see lower, higher lows, lower highs, and you can see it is higher highs. So this is a short continuation. Try to move up. I will make probably another candle to the downside to bring a long continuation, but not yet. And it seems that if it breaks the 1180, it can want to move higher and retest this 1250 zone. So at the moment, you can see most stocks are intraday. What else? We talked about gold, and gold is interesting because gold don't like inflation. It's in rising up, so this is the reason why it's moved down. This is the daily. Even though I'm not following it, I'm just try to see if it can help me predict what the SPY will do. At the moment, you can see a short continuation, which is moving down. Will it break the 150? Let's make it, you know what, weekly. Again, it's the same as the market, most stocks. So basically, the buyers don't find it as good as a hedge because of the inflation. So it could steal money, move out of it, push it even lower, which is not that good. It made some sign that it wanna break the trend, but not yet. If we check it here, you can see the big downtrend here is coming. Where it goes, momentum is negative, negative, negative. We have to see if the 150 can hold again. At the moment, doesn't seem that good. And again, you can see white hold, so it means that you can even push even lower. I don't like it. Let's watch the hourly chart and see if we have something else. No, we don't have indication that the sellers are exhausted. It's deep oversold. You can see what happened here. Deep oversold, moving up, short continuation. So it can be deep oversold, moving up, short continuation. So continue the trend. This is a break of the trend. So probably, yes, the price will try to touch the 152 area because this is a break of the trend, and try to support, find support, and then move higher. Because this is a big sideways zone. The buyers came in here, sellers step in, the buyers will come in here until they decide what to do. Oxy, which I followed to just see what the oil and gas company are doing. This is a nice flag which is resting, but if it breaks it, move down. Do we see something special in the 1 hour chart? Not that good. Let's check it here. Something special. Move to the downside, move up again. This is why I don't like it. It's choppy. intraday it can be interesting if you find, but at the moment, no. Moving with the trend now is down. Probably will try to rest again at the 65. I think that at the longer term, and it's just a guess, the price will reach to the 53, 55 area, and it will move down. Let's try to draw some Fibonacci level and see 60, which is a round number, which is nice, but this is a 52. 40 again. Wow. You could really hope so. If we draw a Fibonacci from here, it's in a positive momentum. This is a break for a positive momentum, so we probably want to see a break again of the 70 in order for make a continuation to the upside. Nothing much. I don't see anything yet here. Could touch it here. 70 is a big resistance and then fall back. You don't see any volume coming in and moving up, so this is not that good. There is not much interest. You can see here the interest here. When it break, it move up. Here, this is a sell-off. So again, sideways move, something here, I don't know. Again, like the gold, it break the trend, price like to come where it broke, so probably we fall back again to those area. I don't know, we have to wait and see. Do we see something on the weekly? Sideways move, guys. Up, down, up, down. Below this one, this is a fall, which is good. You can put some trigger here, so below this one, it will fall to the 45, 40. All right. Good indication that the market will probably move us to the upside. So let's finish. So quickly, SPY still continuation to the downside. The momentum is for the downside. We don't see any. Just hope that the 350 can hold below the 354. It will move down. If it managed to hold the 354 intraday, it can push to the upside again, which will be good. So we want to see it, the 354 hold and move up again. We have a break of the trend, so probably coming to the 355. Let's hope it holds it, then moving up. At the moment, we are still bearish to the downside. The momentum is for the downside. There is no break, even though we could see in the SPY and the Qs the buyers coming, the investor at a round number. It's just a mental where I want to see a key zone that the sellers are losing and the buyers are losing, and then we can freely decide the move that we want to see. So if the sellers lose, there will be a short squeeze to the upside, which will be very good. So hope you like it, hope you follow. We are in interesting area and time in the market. So at the moment, money is king. Lots of stocks now find themselves in a big oversold and a unique price, which you might want to consider to start aggregate them for the longer term. Which one? You should make your due diligence and accordingly. And good luck, guys. Bye bye.